Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the first and ever video. So hi guys. I want to take a little bit of time in the beginning to help us get to know one another. I don't want to spend like a lot of time boring you getting to know me with this entire video because let's be honest, you want to see fun, exciting stuff. We don't go to YouTube just to listen to someone wah 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 flap their gums about themselves, but I do want to get to know you guys. I want to get you to get to know me, so we can like start a little journey together. So just so you know, you will not always see me all put together like this. This is a little special occasion. I was volunteering at a charity event this afternoon, so I'm a little extra put together. Obviously, I'm also a little extra, and so you know, just because I look, obviously my cute little set here is super extra. Everybody that loves me would probably describe me as extra, but I'm really, you'll get to know me. I have an extremely bad case of ADD, and I'm more of a like roll out of bed, throw on a hat kind of girl. I don't normally get all dolled up. I hardly ever wear makeup. I'm really lucky if I manage to put on mascara. So this is kind of a special occasion. I rarely get around to doing my hair. I really wish I was one of those people that could get up and just do it all like that, but I struggle just to like do like normal tasks sometimes with my ADD. So not gonna bore you with that right now either though. So a little bit about this channel. So I love traveling. Me and my husband travel a lot. And over the past 9 years of us being married, I've had to find some really great ways to budget because we really want to travel the world, but we're really balling on a budget. Let's be honest, the average person is not like going on instant vacations with enough food at their breakfast table for 20 people, okay? Like, let's be honest. Like, I took this picture from our recent cross-country adventures, and it's like my to-go coffee mug and a view of Pikes Peak on this little table outside the, you know, check-in place of the motel we were staying at. And hello, all I needed was that view of Pikes Peak and a little bit of coffee to get me going. You know, I'm here to give you like realistic vacations, and like, so let's not sip on any tea just yet. I started a drama on my very first day, but I'm also not going to be like, hi, I'm here to give you budget travel tips, how you can only spend $26 a day staying at a hostel. No, I'm here to be like the thing that I don't see on YouTube or Instagram or any of that jazz. The person that's gonna give it to you straight on how to take amazing vacations on a budget, you know, but have a little bit of luxe in there. So my channel is called Bargain Bougie Travel. I named it that because let's be honest, we all work really hard, and when we go on vacation, we want to have a little bit of luxury in it. So I'm here to give you real travel advice, show you the things that I've done and the way I do it, and share my love of the world and help you push through the fears, because I've always had a lot of fears that have kept me at times from getting out there and really going on those more exotic, or for instance, we went to Cuba last year, and that was like something that seemed way out of our reach, like we could never afford, but come to find out, it was the lowest amounts of points we've ever spent on a ticket. I'm not going to go into the whole story, etc., but you have to do your research, learn, and it took me a long time to get to the point where I pushed past fear and believed that like I deserved to go on these amazing vacations. I mean, I'm not staying in 5-star hotels and like living this fantasy dream you see, but I am living the dream, my dream. I just want to make this channel about us together figuring it out. I want to share my travels with you because I just love seeing the world. I love everything about it. There's so many places, and I I don't look like I'm the kind of girl that like hikes and stuff. Do I right now? No. But I was definitely more of a beach, vacation, tropical location kind of girl until a couple years ago. A friend kind of convinced me to go on a cross-country road trip, which I didn't have any desire ever to do. You know, I thought I was more of a relax kind of girl, like, you know, that type of thing, enjoy beaches and boats, and that was my style. But oh my goodness, was I amazed with the glorious nature that is out there. And so we went to the Grand Canyon, Zion, and Rocky Mountain National Park, blah, 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 blah. So just so you know, with my ADD, I will go on tangents and I will lose my train of thought. I will talk to oh my God. Cut that out. Dyslexically. Yeah, did I say I'll go on tangents? Lose my train of thought? All that jazz. And talk. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to say that word again because we know how that's going to go. Anyway, oh my gosh. Like, he was like, we're going to hike down the Grand Canyon. And I was like, so I've never hiked. So I bought a fanny pack. This was like 5 years ago before fanny packs came back in style. Okay. Buys fanny pack at Walmart. Side-eye emoji. Anyway, so I have this little fanny pack and like a half bottle of water, like a mini bottle of water. Because I have other necessities that aren't really necessities. I needed to fit in this mini fanny pack. And I'm like, we're walking down the Grand Canyon. Great. Not really into it. Oh my God. I'll be honest, the second I looked down at it, I could have walked forever to the bottom of it. Except for not really, because I hate to admit I'm not in that great of shape. Even though I love to do adventurous things. I'm that kind of girl. And I do a lot of yoga. Well, this was 5 years ago, so I wasn't in that great of shape. Way better, less shape. Anyway, we only had a certain amount of time because we kind of shoved a lot into this short trip that we were doing. So we only got to walk down like a couple miles and then had to walk back up. Did I say walk in the previous part of the sentence? We only got to walk down a couple miles. I bet there are some serious bloopers people have. I can tell this is going to go great. I am not going to be able to finish sentences without backtracking and sidetracking and tangenting. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, guys. So we only could walk down a couple miles and then we had to walk back up, but like, it was life-changing. It was like a spiritual experience, and everywhere we drove, I was not like down with driving. Like the thought of driving like a long amount of time was god awful to me, but what I found was that in those type of areas, there's gorgeous scenery everywhere you look. And like when you get out in the middle of nowhere, but not the middle, well, I mean, it's the middle of nowhere, but there's gorgeous canyons or mountains or valleys all around you. And you just get out at this overlook and it's completely quiet. And like you can hear God in that moment. You're like, wow, I'm suddenly a nature lover. No, seriously, that's kind of like what it was for me. And so these first couple videos are going to be about my cross-country trip. I never thought I would talk my husband into one of these trips. He's definitely more of a, I work hard, I want to completely relax on my vacation and never drive. And I made him drive thousands and thousands of miles. And I didn't think he would ever go on one of these again, maybe. So I probably shoved way too much into this like 13-day vacation. We're talking Manitou Springs to go to Cave of the Winds, which has this incredible ride called the Terror-Dactyl, which is a lot about what this first video will be about. Then from Manitou Springs, we went to Manitou Springs, Colorado. We went to the Grand Canyon, which was quite a little drive. It's also quite a little drive from where I live, middle of nowhere, Kansas, but actually like in the suburbs of Kansas, through middle of nowhere, Kansas, to the first stop, which is Manitou Springs. And then from Manitou Springs, we went to the Grand Canyon, also a nice little drive. Then from the Grand Canyon, we went to Monument Valley. That wasn't too bad. From Monument Valley, we went to, where did we go to from there? Oh, Page, Arizona, where we went to Antelope Canyon, Horseshoe Bend, Lake Powell. Wow, Page, Arizona blew me away. Then from there, we went to Zion, which I fell in love with. Like, maybe the thing that really, like, changed it all for me on that up their trip with my friend. Zion, like, I was like, I have to come back here. Like, no joke. Like, I have to come back here. We were there for, like, a day, and it just wasn't enough time. And I, of course, only gave me and my husband a day and a half there, which still wasn't enough time. When you're going to Zion, give yourself 2 to 3 days. It's amazing. I mean, mind-blowing. You could never get enough. Anyway, I digress. Zion, we went to Zion. And then Arches National Park. And then we went to back to Durango, Colorado to go on the narrow gauge railroad from Durango, Colorado to Silverton and back again. That one was a little bit my husband's idea. He added that in there. He wanted to do that. Then he also wanted to add like our little bougie stop of the whole vacation. He decided he really wanted to go to the Stanley Hotel where The Shining was filmed. Well, more on that later. Obviously, there's a lot to be talked about as far as that goes. And that will get its own video, which has lots of special surprises in it. And then so we went from Durango, stayed a couple days there. Then we went to Estes Park where the Stanley Hotel was, stayed there. Then the stupidest part of the whole trip, I was like, oh yeah, we can like fit driving through Rocky Mountain National Park because we'll already be in Estes right before we drive back to Kansas City, which is already like a 10-hour drive. And my husband kept asking me, well, how long do you think it'll take to get through Rocky Mountain National Park? And I'm like, oh, hour and a half tops. It took like 3 to 4 hours. It's so beautiful though. Like, I think he's glad he saw it. It's amazing. And high global warming, there were like 10 feet tall snowbanks, which was crazy. Like, it was almost to the point where the top part that's, blocked off in the winter that you can't drive through might have had just opened, I'll be honest. Like, I went there like 2 other times. I went there 5 years ago and then like 3 years ago. And both times, the first time I wished I had touched snow, but it was really far up and I didn't. Second time, I did not care how far and up and over the mountain it was to touch the snow in Rocky Mountain National Park at like 75,000 feet elevation. I was going to do it in July. I had to climb over a crazy cliff, down a thing with flip-flops on, dumb idea, in a skirt, it was freezing, to touch the snow, but I did it, mind you. This time, I could touch snow everywhere I turned. Like snow, 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 just snow everywhere, sledding. Like, it was crazy in June. Wow. So that's a whole nother story, a whole nother topic. So yeah, that is in essence just the timeline of our trip. I'm not going to bore you with anything more here because I have some exciting footage from Manitou Springs to show you, and especially our ride on the Terror-Dactyl. Now I always say I'm done and I'm never done. Just get used to that, guys. Also, I really want to get to know you guys, so I'll probably do an outro, right? Yeah. But I'm just going to tell you this now in case I forget to in the outro or I forget to do an outro. I want to get to know you guys too. Leave me comments, ask questions, tell me what you want to see from a travel channel. Tell me about yourself. Yeah, all that good stuff. I'll read the comments. I'll comment back. I'll like them all. I mean, I'll like them all as long as they're nice. Yeah, talk to one another in the comments. let's like make a little community together. I need to read you the description of the Terror-Dactyl because I don't think I could truly do it justice explaining it without the, you know, amount you drop or how far you swing. I could be like, oh my gosh, I was going to, you know what, my pants. It was so scary. Like the buildup was, I love thrill-seeking things. I love roller coasters. I love all rides. I want to skydive. I am an adventurer. I'm a thrill seeker. It is just innate inside of me. And I have never been more scared or pent up before a ride as this ride. Also, it didn't help. Side note, we were finally we were finally in line for our time because you have to schedule a time to ride that particular ride in Cave of the Winds. And it started lightning and raining. So then they stopped like putting people on it altogether, obviously for everyone's safety, which is fine. But then I was already like, okay, I can do this. And then that happened. And so then we were waiting for 45 minutes for that to pass. And so the buildup got even more intense to like the level that I didn't even know was possible. Like I am normally like, oh my gosh, okay. And there's a couple rides I've been on before where they, you know, I get a little like that every time before I go on it. But this was like on next level shit. Pardon my language. It was just on a whole nother level. So you'll see in the video, I look terrified and awful, but that's okay. I'm going to share with you guys. I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it for you. I'm going to embarrass myself so you can see the intensity of this ride for yourself. I mean, it's definitely worth doing it. I wish I had opened my eyes. I'll be honest. I regret not opening my eyes, but I didn't. I was terrified. I will have to go back sometime because I will regret for the rest of my life that I was like, I don't know how I just looked, but I promise you it can't be as bad as I looked on that ride. Anyway, you definitely should go try it sometime. It's worth, I mean, I'm acting like it's the most terrifying thing ever, but it's really amazing. Once I opened my eyes when it was starting to do some swing backs and like got to see the beautiful view of the canyon below me, I was like, it was breathtaking. And it's a one-of-a-kind type of experience that you really should try. Okay, I'm going to read you the description before I end up talking for 20 more minutes about nothing. When really, I could give you the kind of travel vlog you really probably want to see, not just me talking. And clips of beautiful Manitou Springs and, of course, the Terror-Dactyl. So here is the description of the Terror-Dactyl so you know what it is going into this whole deal. So the Terror-Dactyl is the first of its kind anywhere in the world, perched on the edge of a 200-foot cliff above Williams Canyon. Would you like me to repeat that? A 200-foot cliff. Oh my gosh. Here we go. 200-foot cliff above Williams Canyon. Guest will experience a 150-foot free fall. Free fall. That's where I'm talking about. So there's like a platform, right? And the chair is sitting here on the platform. You know, it's hooked up with all the appropriate things it needs to be hooked up with. Pulleys, whatever, lines. So here is the platform. You step onto it. You sit in this chair. They hook you in all safe like. And then guess what happens? The floor goes away. This is when I close my eyes. The floor goes away. And before they let it go, they tip it like this. So you're sitting in the chair and then you're like literally upside down looking down. Hooked with all the pulleys and stuff tight, but looking straight down. I closed my eyes when the floor dropped away. I had heard a woman that worked there say, you should close your eyes for the part where they're turning you down and then open them. Well, my husband started like cursing and going crazy. I'm gonna have to hopefully bleep that out, or I don't know what I'm gonna do about that whole situation. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. I'm not anywhere near being monetized. So, I mean, obviously, I'm not all about cursing, and I'm gonna keep this channel as whatever friendly as possible for whoever might want, you know, that kind of thing. But like, this is like one of those times it's not excessive. That was the experience. So I'm probably gonna keep it in. Anyway, when that started happening and he started kind of like going a little crazy on me, I was like, never mind, I'm not opening my eyes. Never mind. Oh, like I was gonna open my eyes, but I couldn't. Like the sound he made when they started turning us downward, I was like, never mind. So guess we'll experience 150-foot free fall, then swing across Williams Canyon at speeds of nearly 90 miles per hour before returning safely back to the launch deck. Okay, so we're gonna get my husband's reaction to the Terror-Dactyl. Don't expect to catch him on film very often, but this is a special circumstance because the Terror-Dactyl was so crazy. He's watching the video because he really needs to see it again to get the good reaction. So you're seeing him watch the video, which he has sent to everyone we know at this point. Oh my gosh. Are you guys hearing this? You're going to see the video for yourself shortly.
It was crazy, and it was worth it.
There you go. That's it?
And you really, you got to do it.
You got to do it. All right.
You got to do it.
Thanks. Pterodactyl, what do you think? I need a legitimate reaction this time. Tell me what you think. What'd you think? What you thought of it?
I don't know. Is it for publication?
Yeah. Okay, can you give me a usable quote here?
You closed your eyes, I didn't, so.
In heaven, look at this place. It is like little cheap arcades everywhere. Stuff's like a penny, a nickel, a dime, a quarter, and it goes on for like quite some time. It goes down this way. Oh God. Down this way. There's stuff like everywhere. Look at this. We did the derby with the horses. So cool. It goes over on that little end. It's incredible. Way more awe-inspiring than I could have imagined. The sun, that cloud went right over, huh, babe? It's toasty again. This is Garden of the Gods. It's just quite incredible. So yeah, I just got done editing that video and it is pretty long. So I'm going to keep this outro really short for you guys. There was a lot more I wanted to go into about the process of our vacation, which I'll go into in the next video, kind of talking about how I picked the places budget-wise, how I made it all work. That kind of played a part in where we went and the order we went and all that good stuff, and places we stayed a little longer. Some areas were cheaper than others. In this outro, I'd like to let you know that me and numbers don't get along, so you'll learn that about me. Terrible with numbers. So when I said 75,000 feet, like elevation, I meant to say 7,500, like 7,500. I screw up numbers like that quite frequently. That's one of the reasons I wanted to read to you the Terror-Dactyl information, because me telling you, I would never remember the drops and I'd somehow screw it up, even if I remembered. So yeah. Sorry it was so long. But yeah, what did you guys think of that Terror-Dactyl ride? Oh my gosh. So it's 3:45 in the morning, so I'm not going to talk any longer because my brain is just a mush and I will just send you on a ride you don't want to go down. But please tell me in the comments what you thought of the Terror-Dactyl. How bad did I look? Really, you can be honest. How hilarious was my husband and how cute is he, right? Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you made it through this whole video, wow, you deserve some props. It was really long. I will work on cutting them down and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.